Hey everyone, back here, Fatty and Tubbs, ARS Tales of the ARS. I don't know, we'll play around with it.
But I don't remember which one was Fatty and which one was Tubbs. Did we ever really establish that?
I don't. I think if I give you Fatty, then that's kind of rude.
But at the same time, if I were to say you're Tubbs, that's rude. So.
Yeah, I'll be.
I guess we'll just be.
Well, I think Fatty and Tubbs, like you were there before me.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah,
like you're that.
I'm
real
older.
Grizzled.
Yeah, I'm older. I'll be Fatty, and then you came along, and you're just kind of like Tubbs on your way to being Fatty or whatever.
Like when you go, I'll be the new Fatty.
Yeah,
and then there'll be someone else taking over to be.
Fair
Tubbs. Our subject
I feel like
today.
I need to like Fatty when this bitch.
Just start. What if you just started just like flipping off people, like crip walking, sea walking. Today we're going to talk about awful kid shows that you had to watch with your kid and how fucking torturous it is.
Brutal.
I wouldn't the terrorists. Well, obviously the ones that died at 9/11, if you believe that. But
he's just goating me. He just goating me, right?
What? I would never do that to Patty. Like you're the most heinous criminal in the world. I wouldn't put you through any of the shows that I've had to watch.
Oh, it's horrible. What is the worst show your daughter has liked that because you're a good dad you sat through?
Ooh.
Thinking the whole time how much you wanted the TV to just blow up.
There's a couple that kind of run together. One of them's Paw Patrol.
Oh, yep. I dealt with Paw Patrol a little bit.
It's awful. And I'll get into that more because I kept watching it and I was like, why are all the emergency services dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Like there should really be real firemen. Yeah. There should be real police officers.
They did not go through any classes to get those jobs.
What certification do they have? Like one guy with the fucking firefighter dog has an X-ray machine, but that's all he had. Like that's all he has, and like a hose.
He ain't gonna put out fire with an X-ray machine.
You like
that's ridiculous.
What are we? And guess who leads the team? A fucking 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't have fucking come up with something better. But I will say this. And this probably should have saved this for a little bit later. I went this fucking... Like, I'm seething at this moment. Like, after a while. Because it's like, they saved the day. There's never a time where they're like, fucking missed that one. Right? And, like, half the town goes. Or, they were able to avoid or stop natural disasters when, like, fucking Katrina happened. Like, I'm seeing these... Like, I'm putting real life to this town of whatever fucking Pupsville or whatever fucking bullshit. And then I look at the credits and I go, I gotta see who fucking made this. It's a fucking Canadian show. Fucking socialist, dude.
Those fucking Canadians.
There's no money ever exchanged in that show. There's free healthcare.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder they're fucking raided by dogs. Like
that's probably the best take on that show I could possibly hear.
It's a legit and I'm pretty sure my blood pressure, Tubbs is about to pass out because I'm so...
Mine was Dora the Explorer.
Oh, Jesus.
And it wasn't because of the actual show. Because I could tolerate that compared to Barney, or there was some show she watched with like a British fucking ballerina or something like that. I don't even remember what it's called. So, like, Barney was the worst show ever made for any human ever. But she'd watch Dora and she liked it, so I would have to watch it. And it wasn't super annoying, so like in the background while I'm trying to do something, I'd hear it. And it just dawned on me one day, is like, Dora wouldn't have to do all this shit if her friends would just stop losing shit. Like, if they would just be fucking responsible for 1 minute, Dora could just be like, hey, let's just hang out at the beach today. Yeah. But instead, she's going to be like, oh, my turtle friend lost her iguana. Or whatever the fuck. And she'd spend the whole day. I don't know. So she'd have to spend the day looking for this fucking iguana with a map with just 2 stops on it. Like any fucking retard could find it without even trying.
Where they're like...
But there's one bilingual person on the way, so Dora has to be there.
There's a bilingual monkey.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's okay, here's the deal.
And then Swiper Swiper, he's just an asshole. Like, they're trying to solve this problem. Swiper just wants to get his ends meet. He just wants to get his shit and go.
Also, too, so take it into the real world. Where are the consequences for this fucking Swiper? Everyone,
No,
the
there is
fucking
none.
name Swiper.
That's what I mean.
He's stealing shit.
Every time he steals something, Doris just goes, Swiper, no swiping.
Exactly.
There's no consequences. Like, if the police were to show up and be like, get on the ground, motherfucker. You swipe again, I will tase you. Like, there's none of that. So Swiper's just like, I'm just going to swipe again tomorrow. You're not going to stop me.
And like, there's no consequences. There's no probation. There's no.
I'd like to see him swipe like a half a kilo of marijuana.
See, there we go.
And then the DEA gets involved. And there's definitely not going to be any more swiping.
Can you say felony?
He's just going to be like, yeah, I'm a felon. Or whatever his voice was. I don't know.
And I think any show can be okay. Right? Any show can be fine.
If you go into it with a clear head and try to make it work.
The repetitions of it where you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
There are other episodes.
It's literally, Dora's going to be just walking along. She's going to run to a friend who lost some shit. Yeah. Then she's going to go try to find it. And the map's going to tell her where it is. And Swiper's going to try to stop her. And then she's going to find out where it is. And they're going to do that stupid fucking dance.
Please tell me you sat your daughter down and she was like, I want to watch Dora. And you said,
I wish I would have.
And be like, I'm going to go through the whole episode that happens. Right? Fucking, they're at a party and someone loses the piñata. The piñata is fucking across this bridge. But guess what? Swiper took all the fucking planks.
Yeah.
He took 7 of them. Now we're going to count to 7 in 2 different languages. Right? Like, that's the whole episode.
She's bilingual and she still can't get to where she wants to go without having to talk to a fucking troll at a bridge.
That's true.
Like, I just don't get it. I don't.
Well,
and like, she can't get anything out of her backpack without her backpack talking to her.
Yeah,
just reach in and get the hook or whatever.
Yeah, the backpack talks, the map.
It's talks. Like, we're in a serious situation. I need to get this. I need to get what's his name? Her little Boots. I need to get Boots hanging off this cliff.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden the fucking backpack has time for a 5-minute intro song.
And everything gets her in.
Yeah, and the map can't even come out with like they're in dire need for direction to water before they die, and the map's got to be like, map, I'm the map, I'm the map. And
I can't believe you fucking remember.
Next thing you know, Dora's just dying, and the map's still dancing. Like, I'm almost done.
She got swept away.
Yeah, she's done, and now it's just the map and a backpack that the map can't even carry, and he can't walk on his own because he's a fucking backpack.
And there's so many helpful things in the backpack, but Dora's been swept away.
The map's walking away. I sure use that motorcycle, but the backpack can't get it out.
And fucking Paw Patrol's too busy just being fucking dogs.
Yeah, they've got to worry about the bridge that collapsed that's about to drown.
And also, too, the fucking
bunny.
I posted this the other day, a while ago, that the mayor is this woman who seems very capable, but her assistant mayor is a fucking chicken.
Mm-hmm.
No one's thought maybe we shouldn't have someone that's mentally unstable as our mayor.
It must have been a Republican chicken.
Oh, it definitely could have been. You know what? But
at the same time, it's still a Democratic.
They don't believe in global warming.
It's still a Democratic. What was it?
The what?
What was the mayor? What animal was it?
It was a chicken.
Yeah, so it's still a Democratic chicken.
Yeah,
but it's a Republican.
Well, they not only did they cross political lines, they cross species lines too. So they're seeing each other along those lines. So now I'm trying to think, like, right now, see, yours is a little bit older, but when we grew up, there was lamb chops. I could deal with fucking lamb chops. I could deal with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, I couldn't do Mr. Rogers.
Why?
I did not like that.
What?
It was just too creepy.
What were you doing?
My uncle was behind me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was my uncle. I love my uncle. I don't even know how to follow it up. I don't even know where that came from.
Derailed it.
But no, every time we watched it when I was a kid, I think at that point I was already starting to get into baseball. So I'm like, what is this little douche? I'm not going to watch this guy with this fucking fake ass train. I know you're not inviting the mailman
in.
It's
a fucking hand puppet.
It's just a weird ass.
That's not Prince. That's not fucking King Friday.
I'm not into it.
So, but what did you watch?
Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny, back
in like the racist days where there was like Bugs Bunny would be like, "Oh, me so sorry," and like have like an Asian hat and like eyes.
Did Bugs Bunny come out in blackface? What?
There were numerous times where there was just like racist things that they did.
I may have came just after that.
Okay,
time.
gotcha. Well, see, like
But
now,
Yosemite Sam had to be racist.
so
He was.
So it's crazy that Tom and Jerry, they've gone back and taken out all the violence.
Did they really?
They took out all the guns.
I used to watch that show all the time.
It was so good.
What are they,
like back in the
censor
day.
like Sopranos on PAX?
You motherfucker. You're breaking my favorite that you're breaking up. Join us next time for the next 3 minutes, something like that. That's a great one. I'll have to put that one on this one. The link. To
I guess I don't remember there being violence when I like
think about like
that's what I don't understand is when like shit happens nowadays they want to blame it on video games or TV or whatever. Like apparently Tom and Jerry was violent. I never killed anybody.
Think about you never chased anyone with a hatchet, because remember there's the part where he has the fire axe and he's like trying to get the mouse and shit. But even go back to Mickey Mouse. So this is crazy, and I'm not trying to get on a tangent about this, but
this is new. I like
watched
new information.
I watched a video, and like I said, people can post anything they want on YouTube and all this shit, but it was crazy that back in with minstrel shows, right? With blackface, you were talking about blackface. Like black people weren't even allowed to play black people.
Right.
So then, of course, they were a character of themselves. And
so they find the
ever.
whitest white person and make them black.
But if you go back,
that's stupid.
They had white gloves on because a lot of them were servants. Like that's kind of the whole, like, and it's awful. And if I get that wrong, don't crucify me. It's
we're just talking.
We're just
we're not journalists.
We're the white patriarchy. We're cisgendered males. We know our shit.
Those cartoons, basically, like if you look at Mickey Mouse,
he has fucking. Yeah, I remember seeing those. Now that you think about that,
think of it. He has like white gloves.
That's some
on.
fucked up shit.
It's some fucked up shit.
Well, of course, Walt Disney was.
And it turns out he was like a Nazi sympathizer or something like that.
Yeah, Walt Disney was a Mickey Mouse. The thing.
Yeah,
he was
somewhere in Kansas.
Definitely anti-Semitic.
Well, and remember Fantasia? Did you ever see Fantasia? I'm sure you have in your fucking years. But there's a part where there are these like
that's probably getting my ass whipped.
Probably. At least it wasn't fucked by your uncle.
Which never occurred. It was just
that's fake news.
It's fake news. I don't want to hear it. My uncle's the greatest uncle.
Wrong.
You're
gonna get a call from your uncle like, what the fuck? There's a part where all these like
I'm the greatest uncle.
There were all these centaur chicks, like half horse, half women, and then there's a little black girl one, but with the red lips, and they went back and they took that out. And this is crazy because Disney Plus is coming out, and I was reading an interview about what they were gonna do, and do you remember there was a movie called Song of the South? It was
sounds familiar.
It's basically about this caricature of a black man talking to some crows and some shit. It's like it's very racist and awful.
Like as racist you can get back then without being like strung up.
I think he did the zippity doo zippity day, and like I didn't mean to make it.
You know
what's
that funny though? You know what Disney just did this week?
What?
They bought Death Row Records.
I saw that.
So at the same time they have a racist black-faced Mickey Mouse, they just bought Tupac's category. Like his entire catalog. The fuck is up with that? How are they going to work that into Disney World?
Please tell me.
They're going to be like going up this little ride like and he's like Thug Life, motherfucker.
Or like Donald, you claim to be a player, but I pushed your wife. But
which one is on the West Coast? Is it Disneyland or Disney World?
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't either. But Pac ain't going to no East Coast Disney shit.
Oh man, what if they bring him over there? There's East Coast beef.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're gonna buy fucking Bad Boy Records, and the whole thing's gonna start up again.
fuck. Now I want to see that. You know, like how they bought Star Wars for so much, but now I just want to see him to buy that. We should have tied that into our rap rivalries.
Walt Disney's anti-Semitic relatives are going to bring back the East Coast, West Coast rap beef.
So the Song of the South, you'll see it in like bootlegs and stuff because they don't obviously produce it because it was racist. That's part of their catalog. Is that going to be on Disney Plus? Are the old cartoons where Donald?
Oh god, those old black and white ones are horrible.
There's a bunch of bad ones, but there's one where Donald. I think he jerks it. There's one where Donald jerks it, and then one.
I'm on board so far.
Okay, and there's one where he jerks. I'm not going to keep going. I'm not going to keep just make it up. Where
shit, I thought we were going to pause this.
So like, I just started demonstrating.
Yeah. How did he do it? And he's like,
and then there's like, but there was like Hitler. There was Hitler. There was the Chinese dictator. But that may have been Looney Tunes. But yeah, there's a bunch of politically incorrect shit.
That's weird.
In those old fucking cartoons. But like that shit isn't gonna fly today. Like my kid watches Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which is an animated show.
I've seen that one.
And it actually is pretty cool until they had one, it was like the potty episode, and it was like, if you have to go potty, stop and go right away. But I'm gonna be honest, and my kid watches this later, sometimes you just gotta go. Like you can't, like you want to go right away, but there's not a bathroom. You sometimes have to just go where you gotta go.
I've been there.
And like, but okay, so like Looney Tunes. What else?
I remember Looney Tunes. I remember Tom and Jerry. Scooby Doo, which I don't know. It was on.
It was on, but
even as like a 7-year-old or whatever I was, I'm like, they're gonna catch this motherfucker. It's like,
please tell me as a 7-year-old you were like, Mom, Dad, get in here, they're gonna catch this fucking piece of shit.
Bitch ass motherfucker with this mask. This piece of shit. It wasn't entertaining enough to make me like, I want to be Shaggy for Halloween. It's like, he's an imposter. He's got a mask on. At the end, they're gonna pull it off.
You weren't almost like, oh my fuck, there's real ghosts.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. This is crazy. We need Velma and whoever else is in the van.
Daphne.
Yeah, and Daphne.
And Roger? Who was the...
Sure. Let's go with Roger. Roger Do.
Roger Do.
Scooby's dad.
And then remember when they were like, guess what? We need more kids. Let's put Scrappy Doo in here. And then they fucking...
And Shaggy was Scooby's friend, right?
Yeah,
it was just high as fuck all the time.
They may have been more than
just
friends.
High as shit constantly.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to be.
Yeah, Scooby's ruh-roh, and he's like, "Oh, you got weed?"
This is what also too. There's no police in wherever they're at that could investigate.
It's only up to these random strangers in a van.
That's called Mystery Machine.
Yeah, they just pull up on random people, yank their skin until a mask comes off, and the police never show up. Yeah,
or they do, and they go, "Good job, guys." Like,
there's no questioning.
There's no
how did you get here?
Like interfering with a police investigation.
Why did you try to rip his face off? How did you know it was a mask?
Think about all the civil suits that would have happened too. Like, once you start taking fucking real
they
logic
probably would have been
shows,
found all not guilty.
Oh well,
and then eventually settle a civil suit and serve like a 2-week suspension before they got back on duty.
Yeah, of course. That'd make 100%. So, like, there's
you don't know what it's like.
What?
You don't know what it's like.
I don't know what it's like. What they go through. The criminals, the gardener, or the caretaker that hid some money there, so he had to dress up as a fucking ghost with some toothpicks and a sheet. It was like, ooh. Yeah, I think our shows growing up were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
As opposed to now where it's like learning about like...
I remember watching He-Man. I don't know too much about it. G.I. Joe was a big one.
G.I. Joe was solid.
G.I. Joe was a good one.
Because then you're talking like 80s like Transformers and, but yeah, like He-Man nowadays they're talking about like I think they're gonna reboot. Like everything's basically getting rebooted. That
every movie's already been made. Everything from this point forward is a remake.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's never going to be a new or original movie.
They're talking about doing the Matrix again.
Yeah,
they're doing a fourth.
It's not even that old.
It's exactly.
Did you see Rambo: Last Blood?
Rambo, not Rainbow. You said Rainbow. You said
Rambo.
You said Rainbow, Last Blood. Like
No,
now, I want to see
Rambo.
Rainbow, right?
Sylvester Stallone, Rambo.
Yeah, Last Blood.
Last Blood is coming
Yeah,
out. It's
yeah.
like what is it? The 6th one.
Yeah.
And the first one in 10, 15
Well,
years.
do you remember when they did 5 Rocky films and like, man, that 5th one was dog shit. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
Rocky
make-
Balboa, and then they're like, you know what?
Let's
that
make
one-
a son and call it Creed, but
Yeah.
still be Rocky.
Yeah, but Rocky will still be there
Yeah,
to carry this film.
I don't get it. At some point, you just gotta let it go. I feel like Sly must owe somebody money because he just keeps doing like. There's gonna be Expendables 9 here pretty soon.
I could see, yeah.
Creed 7.
7. That they haven't even had 3.
Yeah,
But they
it's
jumped to 7.
Eventually, it's gonna be so old. Rocky's dead, but somehow he's still in the movies.
Oh my god, he's like a ghost, like in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But you've never seen Star Wars, so that doesn't.
I saw the 3 first.
Yeah.